live.
preparing.
Is it
We're
live
live.
or is it
Your
not?
Memorex.
All right. Yeah, we got 5 minutes. So let me go ahead now. Where's that? I
We'll
gotta
be a little
refresh it now.
early.
Yeah, but
Share
we gotta leave a
on
little bit early, so
my
you know.
wall.
Okay, share to our group.
And then share. More options. Do you want me to share it to the group? I'm right here.
I got it. I've actually
Okay.
got it up.
For some reason, it's being good to me today.
Right?
I don't know why.
Who knows? Who
Yikes, good
knows?
morning, love it. Yikes, what's that?
What is that?
I don't know. Something came up that says, yikes, good morning, love it. Yikes. You don't see that? It's out,
No.
it's on the live feed.
Okay.
Do we have a ghost that joined us?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll tell you in a minute here.
This is weird. Maybe it's telling me to hit one of those. I guess I could say that. Why would I say
Yeah.
yikes? I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Don't ask me.
There it is. Okay. I'm trying to share it to my page now. I'm telling you, the struggle is real.
I think I had the option to do it finally.
Join us. Okay, I got it on CBA. I got it on my page. Good morning, Patricia Freeman, or evening. Why did I just say morning? Oh my gosh,
I don't
these last
know. We
2
don't
days.
know what day. Did you post it? Because I can share on Friends
Yes,
Timeline.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got
I
it on
got it.
yours?
Yep, I got it.
I go to try
Good
to solve your
morning.
problems and then you
And
don't want
see,
to.
well, I think it's morning, so honey, good luck.
I'm
There's no
trying to
saving
close
me.
this thing. There we go. How are
There
you?
is absolutely no saving me at this point. I don't even know if it's morning or night. It's
You
very
get the
bad.
you get the comments before I do. What?
Do I? Oh, I
All
don't
I
know.
see is good morning or
Oh,
good
that
evening.
was me. No, in the chat
No,
box said
I
good
mean
evening,
typed.
ladies.
I see
Yeah.
good evening.
Yes. We don't know
So
what we're doing. Yeah,
what are we
exactly.
talking
Thank
about
you, Patricia. We
today?
try to. We are going to have to cut out
Lord,
about 5 minutes early because
just
at
gonna say that.
7:30 we are doing a behavior session with those two crazy cat
It's an
ladies.
emergency session.
It is an emergency
They don't
session.
normally work that late, but
Mm-hmm.
they're in Vegas and we really want to get them help.
Yep. I think I've got a
Help.
gargoyle. Yep. Look, I got a gargoyle. Grooming themselves, but yeah. Who is that, Nikki? Is that Deadpool?
Harley.
Oh, it's Harley. Can't tell from here. It's like their
My
favorite
cats
place
are
to hang
they're
out.
tired of it now. Oh, he's right
Well,
here.
yeah, we've been having sessions all day.
Dexter's right here. I know, and my
Uh,
butt hurts. I need a new chair.
yeah,
I
you
need an
do.
ergonomically
Something
correct
a little more
chair.
cushy, and yes, exactly.
I can't sit out in my living room like you do because my laptop is not powerful enough for this.
Got it. Got
It's
it.
dying more and more every day.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
So we're going to
We have
talk about.
had, well, yeah, give it a few minutes. It's not even 7 yet.
Oh, I was just going to
But
precursor it.
we have had some fun clients this week. We have the
Yeah,
best time, and we have met some of the coolest people.
we have.
But I really wanted to share the Meep and Moop story because I find this
Meep
hysterical.
and Moop. Yes, this is really funny. I don't know if we should have said the cat's names, but I guess
So, yeah,
it's
let's say the
okay.
client's name. So there's two cats, and the one is absolutely food obsessed, wants to eat
That's Moop,
all the
right?
food. I think
Moop.
so. And the other cat is kind of a grazer. I'll eat a little, I'll come back.
That's Moop.
I'll eat a little, I'll come back. So Hungry Cat has been eating all of Grazing Cat's food, and the Grazing Cat then has no food. So the client bought some of those chip feeders. If you haven't seen those, they're actually quite brilliant, although they're not cheap.
Well,
But there's,
$179 was the
yeah,
cheapest.
there's a chip on the feeder, which corresponds to the chip on the collar. So when that cat comes over, the door will open and they can eat, but it will not open unless that cat's collar chip is there. So our starving cat wolfs down all of their food. Theirs is empty, and they can't get into the other cat's food because of the thing. So the cat cries and meows at the other cat until the other cat literally walked over to their dish, went like this to put the chip up to open the feeder so the other cat could eat.
Tell me cats aren't smart. Okay.
And that they're not caring about each other
Yeah, they
and
are.
that they're not social creatures.
Social, they are.
Like, one brother's like freaking out saying, "Feed me, I'm dying," until the other one said, "Fine,
Yeah.
if you'll just shut the heck up,
In
I'll
fact,
open my dish for you and just
ju-
stand here and do this while you
just
eat."
the facts Friday, I'm going to talk about how cats are not the solitary creatures everyone thinks they are. But yeah,
It
that was they were working in cahoots there.
That was the best story ever. And we heard
So
a lot, but that was the
20
best.
pound cat that needs to lose weight. Yeah, not
Yeah.
quite.
And as we're reading the description of what her problem is, Rita says out loud, "Oh, she needs to get one of those chip feeders." And then it's
Oh,
like,
she
"Oh,
got that.
she has one of those chip feeders."
Then there
And
was
then
something else I said, and then I'm like, oh,
they
she
tried the
actually did that to
gravity feeder that just
feed her.
drops a few at a time. The cat figured out to stick his hand up there and go wham, wham, wham and get it down. Funniest stuff
Well, that
ever.
didn't
Hi,
work.
Seth. Hi, Bev.
Hi,
Uh,
everyone.
did you two miss the story about the hungry cat and his brother? Because I'm going to have to repeat it. It was funny.
They can watch again later, but go
Well,
ahead.
that's true too. A client reaches out to us because one of the cats is food obsessed and is eating all of the food and is obese, and the other cat is a grazer and walks away from the food, so the other cat then goes and eats it. So she bought chipped collars that open the
Hi,
thing,
Beth.
and hi Bev, hi Cecil, and the hungry cat sits and cries until the other cat goes like this and opens it for him so he can eat his food. I just thought that was the best story ever. Oh,
Sharing resources, something we don't see a lot,
no, we do not.
right?
No, we do not. I don't know if it's just I'm sick
Teamwork,
of listening to you gripe and I'm gonna
probably,
open it because
probably.
I'm tired of listening to you. Oh my
Hey,
gosh, it was
Bella just came up.
hysterical.
Let's see if she'll show herself today. She hasn't been up all day.
Ugh.
Hello.
Beller, beller, boo
You're
hoo.
in the window. Dexter's in the window. And
Yeah,
here she
exactly.
is.
Cats.
Here's my beautiful
Aw,
Bella. Bella.
Bella.
Oh,
She's
she's
getting
so
so much
stuffed.
whiter
She
all the
feels like a
time.
mink.
Yeah, yeah, so light. See a
Oh,
lot of these cats that look really big, but they're all
that's
fluff and
her.
they're like eight
She's
pounds
very light.
underneath.
That's what
Exactly.
she is.
Yep,
That's how
exactly.
Pie is too. I think she's probably about 10 pounds. Pie's
Yeah,
8,
yeah, 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 yeah.
which sounds big, but she's tiny, tiny.
No,
She's a
it's
little
not.
compact thing.
8 pounds was Nikki's birth weight, 8 pounds 1 ounce. So that's tiny. That's
The size of
tiny.
a newborn baby.
That's tiny.
Oh,
Oh,
we've had a
so
heck of a day, so forgive any you
we had
beep,
a
beep,
heck of a
beep. That's
week.
all folks that we
It's
made. We're
been
not done yet. We're not done yet.
it's been an
This one's gonna be
interesting week, and
challenging.
not all bad, just a lot, a lot, and it can get emotional, and it can get, it just, it's tough. So anyway, we were going to talk about peeing outside of the box.
Why do cats do it? And what's the difference between peeing and spraying? There is a
Well, we
difference.
did we did talk about peeing and spraying a couple of weeks ago because that was our subject. But yeah, I think we need to get more in depth
No.
into all of the reasons why a cat might be peeing outside of the box and what we need to do with it.
Like
So
if they see a bobcat outside. That's the one we just talked to. I hope they both.
yeah,
They're like,
cats.
no, nothing happened. No, nothing happened. Nothing. Then the husband said, oh, well, 2 weeks ago, da 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 da, and he
Cat
came
was out on the
flying in
screened-in porch.
and there was a bobcat. Well, yeah, that did it.
That
That was
makes
the
cat a little
catalyst.
nervous. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
It's just
Can't
like,
wait to do
yeah,
that
okay,
session.
thank you. I think we've got the answer now. Thanks for pulling us in.
Okay, so one, don't live near bobcats. So no, seriously though,
You
there
think,
are
Bev? Yeah, that might be concerning. Yeah, I don't want to sit on their screened-in porch. Let me tell you.
I know. Well, there's a lot of reasons cats could be going outside the box. Most of them involve anxiety. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, yes, yes. It
Short
could,
of medical. We're going to
yes,
leave out
exactly.
medical issues because we're going to imply that we're talking about a cat that has no
Yes,
UTIs, no blockages, no bladder infections, none of that.
yes.
Perfectly healthy cat
And I think,
being outside the box.
yes, there is and we've said if you've got a UTI, it burns when you pee. So if every time I step into this box it burns, not going to use it anymore. Here, kitty, kitty, nice Seth. Not for a bobcat. Not for a bobcat.
Yeah. Here,
Oh,
kitty,
that was
kitty. If
funny.
you want to be dinner,
Right?
suicide by bobcat. Yeah.
Go, kitty, kitty. Not here, kitty, kitty. Go, kitty,
No.
kitty. Oh, honey, you guys have no idea the stuff we hear in sessions. I'm telling you, we could write books already. Hi, Madison. Good
Especially if
to
you
see you.
include the pet sitting stuff.
Oh, I'm telling you, we could do. We'll just have to share. We'll just have a Why Does White Cat Wednesday share stories one of these
Hey,
times.
Madison. Hey, how was your session with Jackson Galaxy? I heard it was interesting and fun.
Did you learn a
I'd
lot?
love to know.
Yeah, I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Want to know, especially because he works with Jay and Adrian, who we're about to do a session for in half an
Yes,
hour.
yeah, if you missed it, we got to cut out about 5 minutes early because we are doing a session with Jay and Adrienne, which is quite the compliment, I have to tell you. They're close friends with Dr. Marcy
Marcy
Koski,
Koski, Jackson
Molly
Galaxy.
DeVos, they're partners, business partners with Jackson Galaxy on products, and they came to us. So we're
We're
kind of
honored.
humbled and honored and like really feeling it.
I think we're
So
honorary Crazy Cat Ladies 3 and 4.
I think so. I think so. Yeah, that's what we're
Come on.
planning.
Hi, baby.
I'm
This is
Rita.
Dexter.
And I'm Linda. And together we are the other two crazy cat ladies. Anyway.
So what could be a reason they're peeing outside the box, Linda? A
So,
simple,
yeah, so
like
we've
your
ruled out
dad's
the
story.
medical issue. Yeah, okay. So my
Yeah,
mother
we ruled
calls
out
me one
medical.
day. My parents used to winter in Florida. They have had to stop the last couple of years. It's getting too tough on them. But so they used to winter in Florida and they had a mobile home kind of thing that they owned and they just winterize it and close it down.
Aw,
And
she's such a fan of
And
Jackson.
I
She was honored to win the
know,
contest.
honored to have won the contest. That is
But
fun. I
we want
remember
more details.
we
We'll
do
pull
want
those
more
out of you
details.
later.
Yes. I remember the first time I saw Richard Simmons, and I cried and cried, and I was just so struck because of what all that he had done for me, and he was right there. And then after 17 years of working for him, I was like not starstruck anymore. But that's beside the point. So
Yes, I
now,
same here.
yeah, now a UTI cat who stopped peeing in the box because of a UTI and got corrected may continue to pee outside of the box
Yeah,
because it's become a habit or because
yeah.
that idea is cemented in their mind
You
that
just
the
changed
box is still
topics.
evil. So, well, you were saying, why do they pee outside the box? So, excluding that,
Yeah, but you started a story, and then Linda likes to interrupt herself.
I did.
You
What was
started
the
the
story
dad
about?
story. Your
Back to
dad,
that. Oh, I'm
mom
sorry.
and
Yes.
dad.
So they winter in Florida. I'm telling you this week, my brain is toast.
Yeah, it's
So
been
they
a
winter
week.
in Florida, and yeah, it's a mobile home, so they don't have a washer dryer. I mean, they gotta go to clubhouse or whatever. So one night they go to bed, and the cat had peed all over their bed.
And they
Jazz.
don't have a washer dryer, if you remember Linda
And
saying.
yes, exactly. So it's very upset. I mean, it's upsetting anytime, but it's
Yeah,
like
like a
they're in a trailer with limited, you can't bring 80 pairs of sheets and stuff when you've got this
right.
much storage.
Yeah.
So it was a problem. So it was continuing, and my dad was about ready to lose it. So my mom called me,
Hey,
and I
stop.
said, well, first of all, I'd like to rule out a UTI. Has Jazzy been to the vet recently? And then I said, have you switched litters? Yeah, we switched to something lighter for your dad to carry. Sorry, Jazzy doesn't
Which
like it.
fuck? So
At the
the
end.
type
So
of litter, the smell of the litter, the feel of the litter are all factors for your
was
cat, as
literally a
well as the
2 minute
box.
conversation, and I'm like, "Bill's in the mail," but
No, we wouldn't. See, that's another reason we do those free consults, because if we come into something like that, we're not going to book a
no, I
consult,
wouldn't
waste your
charge anybody
time.
for telling them to switch their
Yeah.
litter. But Jazzy, especially now, this is something you
Come
need
on,
to be
honey.
very aware of. Cats that have been declawed have
Yep,
extra super sensitive
they
paws.
do.
My parents did not declaw Jazzy. He or she. I'm not even sure if the cat's a boy or girl.
I think it's a
Jazzy a
boy.
boy
I
or
don't know.
girl? Yeah, nobody knows. So I'm sure my parents do.
Neutral, whatever. Neutral.
Exactly, gender neutral, gender fluid. So anyway, Jazzy, when they adopted him from the shelter, was already declawed. So those paws are sensitive. One of the things that we tell people is to run your hands through the litter, not in the box because that's disgusting, but in the bag, and see if anything feels the least bit sharp. It should feel
Or put a little on the
soft.
floor and
Yeah,
step
and
on it.
step on it. Yeah, see how
We've
that
had a
feels
lot of
to you.
people using those walnut shell litters lately, and I remember the lady even admitted, yeah, they're big pieces, they're chunky.
Yeah, I said
No,
stick your hand in
ow,
there, and he stuck his hand in, and they were both like,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you had to walk through broken glass to get to your toilet, where would you pee? I never set up a free consult again with Tomas. Oh, sweetie. Honey, oh, sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. I get it. I get it. I get it. Well,
Well, something up, Madison, and if you have to cancel, you have to cancel,
yeah, we
right?
understand. Yeah,
Just go to our website. There is a consultations button, and
yeah,
you just choose the 15-minute.
yeah, yeah.
Their
Let's chat
schedule is
about it.
really tight this week, so it probably won't be till next
Yeah. We'll only get mad at you if you're in the middle of a hurricane.
week.
We had somebody set up a 15-minute and they didn't come and they didn't come and we're like, it's so rude. Why don't people just email and let us know that they can't come? She was in Miami in the middle of a hurricane and had no internet and we're like talking like I just don't understand why she wouldn't cancel. Oh, that might have been why.
Well, we do get some of that.
We do get that. Yes. Yes,
Anyway,
exactly.
back to
So
the so
yes.
yeah, you really need to test it out, and we really recommend unscented litters and smell them because not all unscented litters have no smell to them.
Yes.
Some have a
Yes.
smell that's natural. They don't add smell, but it's already got a smell.
Yeah, they didn't add perfume,
We
but the
only have one
ingredients in it
exception.
smell.
One exception.
So yes, so
The
I
rose
want you
litter.
to imagine that time, because I know we've all experienced it, where you were in the elevator or sitting next to someone stuck, can't leave, who has taken a bath in their cologne. You
That's
swear they filled the
gross.
tub with it and rolled around in it, right?
Richard was
You know
famous for
that moment.
that.
Oh yeah, that angel by Theory Muggler that he always wore.
Trying to work out.
You never thought to
I
step
never
on
thought
litter
to step on
myself.
a litter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll really tell you a lot. Um, but so considering that cats' sense of smell is so much stronger than ours, plus they have olfactory sensors that we don't even have,
Yeah, that
so they can
Jacobson
smell things we
organ.
can't even imagine. And then yeah, they have a whole nother organ in their mouth that helps them smell. If you ever see a cat around things, they're
And they curl
smelling
their
it.
lips backward.
Yes, they're smelling with their mouths with that extra organ. So you can only imagine if it smells pleasant to you, it's probably really strong to them. And some of those scented litters have smelled really strong to me, which means to them it's being stuck next to the lady who bathed in
Mhm.
her perfume in the elevator and you can't get out. So, I mean, it's obnoxious.
It is. Except the one caveat I have to say, Fresh Step Calming Rose and Chamomile Litter. It's just a light scent and it's a natural scent. It's not
Yes.
perfumey. Love it. My cats love it. That's the only
Cats
caveat
really
to
like
that.
it. Yes, cats really like it. If you're
Mhm.
ever considering changing litters, a really good thing to do, leave your box. If you have one cat and one box, that's fine. You need to bring a second box in and put the
Uh-huh.
new litter in there and see how it goes.
Well, that's what I
Because
do.
if you just, yeah, it's much easier for Rita and I
I
because
have
if you've got,
16 cats and I don't
I was
I've lost
gonna
count of how many
say,
boxes I have. I don't know.
I bought one that was way too strong, stunk the house. Yeah, exactly. So can you imagine now the cats get in, and not only is the cat stuck in there peeing, and God forbid it's not an open box, if it's lidded, now you're really holding
It's
all that smell
trapped.
in. And then what do they got to do? They got to scratch to cover it, releasing all of that even more. I mean, what an obnoxious
And then when
mess,
they jump
right?
up on you, that's all you can smell.
Yes,
And
it's
it's on
like
their paws. They're going to eat it, licking the
Ye-
paws.
yeah, these fake perfumes and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with having so many litter boxes, it's very easy. I usually just do like the one in my bedroom or whatever and watch and see how it goes. If somebody doesn't like it, there's plenty of other litter boxes in this
Okay,
house to choose from.
that brings us to reason number two. How many boxes do you have, and where are they?
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like we just had a session, another one today.
They have to hold their breath. Exactly.
All the boxes are in the basement, fixed basement.
Yeah.
Nothing on the first floor. So the cat that has the pee problem, she doesn't even pee
Yes.
down in the basement.
Yes. It's a beautiful finished basement, and the humans spend a lot of time in there. So that kind of changed my opinion a little bit because at least it's like, their family space. However,
Yeah,
they're not down there all the time. And when they're
right.
gone and you're upstairs in the living room or you're in your bed, the cat does not want to go down to the basement to urinate or defecate, especially if it's pitch black. This is a big one. People seem to think that cats can see in the dark. They
They are
cannot.
not nocturnal. They are
No,
not.
no. Their very best sight is at dusk and dawn, very low light, where you'd probably be tripping, but you can kind of see because they have those special lenses behind their eyes. And when the low light hits it, it turns their eyes into flashlights.
That's what
That's,
makes their eyes glow.
yes, that's how they get that spooky Pet Cemetery look when you take a picture of them in the dark because they're reflecting the flash. During the daytime, they can see fairly well, but it's fuzzy foggy because
But
it's not going to
and
reflect and it's not going to
that's
work
not
on
the
there.
reason though. If you've got an older cat that's arthritic, or you have an older cat that has some, incontinence issues, they're not going to make it up the stairs or down the stairs. You really need something on
Exactly.
every floor of your home.
Yes, if you've got the trust, you've got to run to the bathroom, and which is also with the number. So let's say you only have one cat, so why would I need more than one box? If that cat has a diarrhea explosion in that box, they're going to want another box to go to. There are a lot of cats that just, I'm not stepping that, I'm not touching it. It's gross.
Some pee in one and poop in the other. Well, I
Yes.
don't know. So even if
I've
you've
quite
got
a bit
one
of it.
cat, I always recommend at least 2 boxes. And I say
Yes.
at least 2 because if you have a 3-story home, you need 3. One in
Well,
each.
that's it. Yeah, if I had one cat, I've got an upstairs and a first floor. They don't go in the basement, so I would still have two.
Oh, 2.
Um,
I don't have a basement because I'm in the South. We don't have
yeah,
basements.
yeah, you Southerners don't have that. But yeah, they have to be able to get to it. They have to be able to get to it easily. They have to be able to have a clear escape.
That's right.
If it's,
That's another
now,
reason.
I love those cabinet boxes. They look so much nicer. You just
The
put,
My Catio one? Oh, no,
like
the
the
cabinet
end
looks like I
tables
have.
that look
Yeah.
like, yes, it
One
looks
that
like
looks
an
like
end table. It
furniture.
looks like, yeah, it looks like living room furniture,
Yeah.
the box inside. But once they get in there, if there's another cat or they're nervous about something, once they get in there, there's only one way out. So they're
Not
going,
mine. There are some that have 2.
yes, yes,
Make sure you
yes,
get one of those if you want one.
yes,
A lot of them
yes.
have one way in, one
They
same way.
have to be able to escape if
Mhm.
they are in fear for their life. Um, one lady lived in a very small apartment. She's showing us her layout. The litter box is underneath the window, which normally is not a cause for concern, but the cat was not using the litter box, and we didn't know why. On the session, the cat jumped into the window and was looking outside. You remember that
Tail.
tail? Yeah, tail's going slash, slash. And I said, Rita, look, there's
There's cats
stray
out there.
squirrels outside that are making the cat nervous. And the cat is not going to take the time to get comfortable and poop or pee. Let me ask you a question, guys. If somebody's going to break in your house, would you rather they do it when you're dressed and ready to go or when you're sitting on the toilet with your pants at your ankles? It's
I don't think
hard to
that's even a
run.
question.
Hard
Right.
to
So
run.
cats have to make themselves so vulnerable to do number 2
Yeah.
that, if they're the least bit anxiety prone or anxious, they're just going to plop and run. I've seen cats like run with a poop coming as they're running along, right? You don't want that. What a
Yes,
mess.
yes. Yep. So yeah, when we told her she was gonna have to move that box, she looked like we'd asked for a kidney, and she's like looking around like, I don't know where I'd put
Well,
it. I don't
hopefully
have
my
room.
catio will be that solution soon.
Yes, yes. If you haven't heard us talk about this, the same genius who made my floating cat bowls that I showed you that Rita and I got is also
There's their
working on a
website.
litter box called My Catio. It goes in the window similar to an air conditioner unit.
Yeah.
No more bending on the floor
Yeah.
to scoop, which I think of my parents at 81 and 83. No more, where am I going to put this? It's taking up space. It's in the window.
They have it
It's,
for dogs too.
yes, they do. With like, they put wee pads in
It's
them.
a pee pad inside.
Yes. They've
And
got
it's
us.
also nobody can see in it from the outside. The
Yeah,
cats can
right?
see out, but
Agreed.
nobody can see in. So nobody's
Yes.
watching your cat squat.
Yes, there are sliders you can put on the back for privacy. And then he's got a venting system put into it
Yeah.
so that the odors go outside, not inside. Thank you. I mean, there's nothing better than slipping into bed and having somebody lay fresh, hot crap in the bedroom litter
It's
box. My
so
daughter's nodding very
disgusting,
hard.
especially in the middle of the night.
And then you got to smell it. That's when you kind of take your covers and you do this number. I don't want to
Until you
smell the.
can't stand it anymore, and then you have to get up and scoop it.
Exactly. So yeah, and I mean we quizzed him on everything. They have been working on this for like 2 years and they make a prototype and they try it out and then they're like, okay, the roof has to be slanted for snow and ice and rain and things to come off. And then
They're
they've
working on
got
new
it.
litter too,
Yes, they're working on a new, healthier, more natural litter that we're very excited to
made of
try.
tofu, which is, in my opinion, the only use for tofu.
That's what I think. That is the only good use for tofu is to poop on it. I agree completely.
Okay, so also how often you scoop the boxes has a
Yes.
direct impact.
Yep. Yeah,
Pantera.
I hear
Oh
you.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Stinky butt.
So talk about how often we're supposed to scoop the box and how
So
deep the
yeah.
litter should be too.
Yes. Wouldn't that still make them feel threatened if there's predators outside? If with the screen up, Now, granted, I can't make you any promises for them coming
I
close.
I asked I asked that same thing.
Yes, and they said there's been a lot less fun. First of all, you put the screen up. Second of all, they seem to feel less vulnerable being up high and with that thing coming out. So I don't know. We had really good luck with it. I can't wait to try it out, but I'm
Well,
hoping
I
because
can't because
this
my
could
windows
solve
don't go to the
everything.
floor. But
I
Linda, and I'm
know.
going to tell them to send mine to your parents
Thank you. Yes, thank you, thank you.
because we're going to get to try
So,
it out before it's on
yeah,
vacation.
that's going to help them so much not having to bend. Oh, I can't even
So talk
fathom.
about how scooping and litter depth affect.
So, yes.
Mhm.
So, my husband, God bless him, I love him, and I don't usually gripe about people who fill the litter box for me, but he occasionally fills it about this high. Now, imagine this little cat sinking into this litter.
Quicksand.
Yes, I usually shoot for 2.5 inches, but yeah, you don't want it, you don't want them to have to sink into it because they're going to feel uncomfortable and scared, and
Mhm.
then they're not going to want to poop and pee in there.
And again, if they need to make a quick getaway, try to jump out of that.
Yeah, out of quicksand, exactly.
You know how
But they
your
need
cat jumps out and takes off all over the house?
pause.
He couldn't do
Pause,
that with that depth.
runs like the poop is chasing him.
Bella does
Just
that here.
zoom, just
Hmm.
crazy child. So, but you don't also want just a dusting because they need to be able to cover it,
About
right?
an inch and
So,
a half, two at the most.
yeah,
That's all you need.
yeah,
And
yeah, that's
scoop
what I
it.
usually do.
Really need to scoop at least once a day. We recommend twice.
Twice.
As pet sitters, we came across clients who were like, "Oh no, we only dump the whole thing out once a week. You don't have to scoop anything." Not on my watch. I scooped every day.
Remember when Colby went to that house? She called me and she's like, Linda, you don't understand. This box is like cement. I swear to you, they purposely did
I've seen
not
that.
empty it, waiting because, like, oh, the sitter's going to come. And she said, I've tried like cramming, and she said, I'm going to break the scoop cramming in here. So I said, is the house brick? Yeah. I said, go outside and bam it against the brick. So I'm on the phone with her while she's going, wham, wham. It was a solid cement box.
I
She
had
was
that.
ready to go buy another box.
I had that with a client, and then not only
Nice.
that, not only was it hard like that when I got in, it was so full. She didn't have any. Oh, it was a he. He didn't have any more litter. I couldn't fill it up. I had to go buy litter. Yeah.
We ran
Please
into
think
that
of
a
your cat
lot.
sitters. Scoop before you're leaving.
Yes, don't leave
Think of
them
your
with all
poor
that mess.
cats too.
We had a lady that only had like one cat, but she had like 6 litter boxes, and it's because she only got them emptied when we
I
came to care for her
remember. I
cat.
remember.
She was delightful.
That was the
She was
one.
fun.
Cyan had that, and it was when her heart was bothering her.
Oh, that's right. And
Remember?
she said, I can't, literally can't physically keep lifting all these super heavy boxes that don't need to be there. She was just trying to get out of scooping. It's pretty smart of her if you want to, you want to give her credit. Someday we'll tell you all the stories. The
That's the
favorite,
book we need to write, since we
yes,
can't seem to make a generic cat behavior book. It's
I know.
impossible.
Yes, I have to tell the favorite. We got a phone call. Not my money either. The more you scoop, the
That's
less you have to
true.
change it. True
Very true,
that.
Bev.
Yes, Bev. We
These
had a
days, I've
place.
seen litter going for $32
Oh, I know. I
depending on what
know.
it
It's
is.
insane. Insane. But so this lady called from it's kind of like an assisted living. You have your own
Oh, that
apartment, but they're
storm!
there to
Yeah, this
check.
is a good one.
They're there to check on you. And so she said, we have a resident who lives here. He's got a cat. He is physically unable to bend over anymore without falling. So we just need somebody to come in and, feed scoop the box once in a while, blah, blah, blah. And I said, maybe we could come once a day for 30 minutes. And she said, well, can you come every other day? And I said, we can if the client's going to be at home, but who will feed the cat on the days we don't come? And she said, you have to feed them every
Yeah,
day?
does the cat have to eat every day? That's a running joke with us now.
Yeah, we repeat that a lot. Does
I
your
wish we
cat
could
have to
have
eat
said to
every
her, "Do
day?
you eat every day?" But we were
Right?
polite business people. We're
I
like,
was
"Yeah."
nice, and I couldn't wait to get off the phone and call you and make fun of her because that was the funniest thing I'd ever heard. Do they need to eat every day? Yes, in fact, they do. So if any of you were in question about whether or not your cat, exactly, Bev, if any of you were in question as to whether or not your cats need to eat every day, the answer is
They
yes.
do.
Take it from certified people. The cats need to eat every day.
I had a client that their cats suddenly stopped pooping. See, one cat had diabetes and they stopped feeding the dry. So the vet said just feed wet. So they were only, listening. It's okay.
No, keep
You're
going.
not
But only
listening to
feed
my
wet.
story.
Only
Okay.
feed wet. So the vet said
So
only
she
be
was
wet.
splitting a little 3 ounce can twice a day between the two, and then the cats weren't pooping. And so I said, since you asked, I'll tell you, you're not feeding them enough. There's nothing for them to poop out.
Yeah,
So
there's
she
no
changed
waste.
to a big can split between them. I mean, the tall can, like a
Good.
dog food size can. What's up?
Madison was asking, is there any way to get them to stop digging all the way to the bottom of the litter pan and then pee
No,
and cover it up so it sticks? The
no.
only thing you can do is they do make litter pads, or like you could try like a wee pad at the bottom so that once they get
Well, the
down
weep, they'll
there,
scratch it though.
it doesn't. But yeah, they'll
Scratch.
scratch the wee pad. But yeah, yeah, digging for China. Digging for
It's their
China.
instinct to bury very deep. Oh my gosh, look, it's
You might.
Boo.
Speaking of brats, hi Boo Boo.
I was like,
Um,
it's part of their defense mechanism. They bury their stuff deep so that predators can't find them, or the alpha cat won't bury it all, is a warning to others.
yeah, smell it. I live here. It's my sign. You might want to try something with bigger sides. Like Jay and Adrienne, they only use like totes that they then cut a hole out of because it could be that with the sides being up, he'll feel like he buried it lower. I can't guarantee it's going to work, but it might.
I like what you did. Linda's got like a bigger box that her litter box sits inside. So when they dig for China and they fling the litter everywhere, most of
Mhm.
it at least stays contained in the
Or if somebody gets a
box.
really high butt, or if somebody's got diarrhea and is taking it out, I've got someplace else to catch the drips before it hits the floor. Oh
We
my
got to
gosh.
scoot, Linda.
We do. We've got a 7:30 with Jay and Adrienne. Say a
My
little prayer
brat
for all
cat
of us. They're in
came up
trouble.
just in time to show Jay and
Yes.
Adrian how
Yep.
to be a cat.
Look at
Right?
those rings
Don't eat
on
my
that tail. I
makeup.
love it. Thank you guys so much for coming. Next week, I promise we'll give you the whole 30 minutes. My cat never would cover his poop. It could be that, Patricia, but it
Yes,
also
that's
could be a
true.
dominance issue of you need to smell this to know that I live here. It's like when people hang signs up, this
Hmm.
house protected by blah, blah, blah. They're trying to scare people out of stuff. Yeah.
Protected by Smith and Wesson.
That's
Nope.
it. That's it.
Biggest concern, it makes him squat really low and don't want him getting infections.
Yeah, yeah. I love it, Cecil. Thank you. You too.
Okay,
All
we gotta
right.
go
We're
because
off.
we are doing session in 3 minutes.
Yes, yes. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.